Hello IT Pros and welcome back to my IT workshop. So in this video I'm going to show you how to reset the BIOS password on a desktop computer. So this is the scenario I have for you today. I have this desktop computer which is a Dell Optiplex 3010 and I want to make some changes to the BIOS. However, well, it doesn't really make a difference whether it is Linux or Windows or any other operating system, but the thing is I want to make some changes to this BIOS. And somebody has in the past has put a password to it, and obviously I don't know the password. So what can we do? So the thing we have to do, we cannot reset the password from software. We have to reset it using hardware. So this is the picture I took from the internet. I don't know what it belongs to, but that's the picture of a jumper. That white thing, plastic thing, is a jumper, and the other three are pins. Okay. So how do we know what pins are we going to use? A motherboard has many, which is true. So this is the picture I took from the motherboard that we're going to use right now. Different models have different things I'm going to show you in the video, but I look for PSWDCLR, which is password clearer. So that's what we have to use to reset our password, okay? So without further ado, let's start. Okay, here we are. I'm going to turn on the computer, and since this is a Dell, I'm going to start pressing F2. Sometimes a different key, but in this case for this computer is F2. So you can see we're in the BIOS Optiplex 3010 and we have the different options, and I'm going to click on boot sequence. If we go to the right, we can see boot sequence, everything is grayed out, I cannot choose anything. Diskette drive, which I don't know why it's selected, it shouldn't be. The hard drive, which is the third one, the onboard NIC, the CD, DVD, the USB. So here is where you actually change it. So right now it's configured to be booted to the first place that the motherboard, that the computer looks for a operating system is the onboard NIC, okay, which is the network interface card, the one that give us access to the internet or to the network. And this is configured this way because I think when you have an imaging server in your environment, it's the first time, and you don't want to install Windows from scratch, and you have an image sitting in your organization that has everything that you need. So the computer is going to look for it when you connect it to the network, and it's going to pull the configuration. So that's a better way to do it. However, in this case, the Windows is already configured, it's already installed, so we don't need this. And if I go to unlock, it's going to ask me for the password, which obviously, as I mentioned before, I don't have it. So I want to change this in order for the hard drive to be the first in line when looking for an operating system. So I don't have anything to do here. I just want to show you what happens when this configuration is chosen. It delays a little the start of Windows. So I'm going to click the exit button or the escape button so we can continue. Okay, the computer is restarting. You can see the Dell logo, and this is the part that is causing the problem. When it's configured to boot from the NIC, from the network interface card, which is also called as PXE, you can see it's trying to look for a server that has an image on it. And you can see client MAC address, blah, 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 DHCP. Even though this computer is configured with a static IP address, it's still looking for DHCP, which of course, that's not the way it should work. And that's why I want to make that change on the order of the boot system on this computer. So as you can see, PXE E53 no boot file received, because there is none available at the moment. And after that, Windows starts with no problems. So I'm going to reset it now. I'm going to shut it down, sorry, and I'm changing my camera to see the motherboard. I'm going to open the computer. I'm going to take any jewelry or any watch I might have on me. I disconnected it from the power, and I'm going to open this computer. That's the reason I want to make changes to the BIOS, but you may have other reasons, okay? This is the reason I'm doing this. So this is the computer 3010 Dell Optiplex. I'm going to discharge the static electricity I might have in my body, touching the metal parts on this case. Okay, so this is the power supply. Under this is the processor, the CD DVD, and under the CD DVD is the hard drive itself. Now I'm going to show you where the jumper is supposed to be, where the pins that I showed you in the pictures a few seconds ago is located. So it's in this part, depending on the model, it might be in different places. It may be under this or next to the power supply in different places of the motherboard. But in this model, 3010 is located here. I'm going to make a close up so you can see it better. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's not that one, it's that one. Those 3 pins with the jumper. I'm going to get closer even more. And those are the 3 pins, and as you can see there are 3, and the jumper is in the first 2. So that's the regular, let's say, configuration. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out. As you can see here, I'm making a mistake because I cannot really see well. My hand is blocking my view, and I take it out. If you have a plier, it's easier to do it, but be very gentle to it. You don't have to pull it hard. So if you look, it says up, so that it makes you aware that that part has to be on top. You have to put it that way, not backwards. And I lost the jumper, so I recover it after a few seconds of looking, and we're going to leave it there. So now you can see the 3 are free. We don't have to do anything else, and we're going to start the computer again. But first, I'm going to press the power button for at least 10 seconds to drain all residual power from the system. So as you can see in the top right, I'm doing that right now. So I believe it was 10 seconds already. And we're going to change to the computer one more time. So I'm going to press F2 to access the BIOS. And we're going to go to boot sequence. And anything has changed. Everything exactly the same. Because the process is you take out the jumper, you start the computer, and you shut it down. So that's pretty much what we have to do. But I just wanted to show you that nothing has changed yet. Now we have turned off the computer. I have disconnected the power plug, and I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to press the power button for 10 seconds and drain all the power that is left in the system, in the motherboard. Okay, so once we have done that, what we're going to do is we're going to place the jumper again, but this time we're going to do it on pins 2 and 3. Okay, at the beginning they were on 1 and 2. Now we're going to place them on 2 and 3. Okay, so you see me pointing out the 3 pins, and we're going to put it in 2 and 3. And I made a mistake. I put it in 1 and 2 again, and there you go. We have it in 2 and 3, as you can see here. Now what we have to do now is connect everything, and we are going to turn on the computer one more time. So here you see me connecting the power cable to the power supply, and we're going to start the computer and press F2 to access the BIOS one more time. And you can see this message. This is new. The hardware jumper is removed to override the system password setting. System password has been erased and password cannot be changed. Please connect the hardware jumper to perform any password changes. So we didn't see that before. So it's telling us that we cannot configure the password, but everything else has been, let's say, erased. If we go to boot sequence, now we can see that everything is available, almost everything. So we can configure what we want now. For example, I'm going to get rid of diskette drive. We don't need it, and the rest, yeah, it can stay. Doesn't harm anybody. And here I'm going to finally change the hard drive, the physical hard drive, which is a Western Digital, as far as I can see here. And we're going to make it our first option to look for an operating system, in this case, Windows. And the onboard NIC, which we don't really use it, I'm going to put it a little down. And the USB can be the second, and the CD and all that, or any configuration. The point is that the hard drive is the first option. So I'm going to click apply, and that's all we have to do, and we have to turn on the computer. But I want to show you something else. If we go to security, just to verify something that we have already read, and I go to admin password, I cannot change it. It says password changes are currently blocked. Please check the password jumper. which is the message we received a few seconds ago, right? So we have to put the jumpers from pins 2, 3 back to pin 1 and 2, okay? Now I don't have anything else to do here. I'm just going to exit the BIOS, and we see the same message, and I just want to show you that that PXC DHCP menu or process is not being shown anymore. So I'm just going to shut down the computer. Windows starts with no problems. We're going to do exactly the same process, but in reverse. Well, this part is not in reverse. I'm going to press the power button for at least 10 seconds to drain all the power. And after that, I'm going to change the pin, the jumper from pins 2 and 3 to 1 and 2. I know I repeat things a lot, but it's just for it to stick on you when you are doing this thing, so you can kind of have it always in the back of your mind. Now changing it back very softly. You don't have to, it's very easy to take out, so you don't really need to use a lot of force or a lot of strength. Now that we have done that is in the original configuration, we are going to connect the power and we're going to turn on the computer. I don't have any other change to do on this computer, so I'm going to close it with the cover. And we're going to go back, excuse me for that, for adjusting my computer. So I'm going to press F2 to access the BIOS. I go to boot system. Everything is as we configured a few seconds ago. And now I'm going to go to security, admin password. Now I can change the password. You can leave it blank or you can put a password. I strongly advise that you use a password. So your computer is more secure, especially if it is an enterprise computer. It's always better to have it as secure as possible, even though a savvy person can, if they were to get their hands on this computer, I don't know how would that happen, but it could happen anyway. Okay, so your computer is one step, let's put it that way, one step more secure. Okay, not many people know how to do this, but I'm not saying nobody knows how to do this. So, well, guys, that's what I wanted to show you today, the process of resetting your BIOS password so you can make changes on your computer if you don't remember the password, if you forgot the password, if you go to a company and somebody says, hey, I cannot change this, well, what's going on? And you don't know the password. Perhaps the last IT guy changed it, but he didn't put that password somewhere, so you don't know anything. Or you go to a client for one time only and they ask you to do this. So that's what I wanted to show you today, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you have any comment or question, maybe your experience doing this, leave it in the comment section below. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so, clicking on the subscribe button and the notification bell for future videos. Thank you very much for watching one more time, and I'll see you in the next video.